Good afternoon. Welcome to Children's BBC live from Hangar 17 on this very special day, March 12th. This is Comic Relief Day. Ed, what have you come as? An entry into the vegetable competition. No, it's vegetable, Ed. You've come as a pineapple. You stupid people. This is what people who have come as vegetables look like. Here, see, there's a mushroom.
Yeah, give him the ticket, take your nose.
No. Because there's a whole host of stars.
Take your red nose.
There. Look, another person from Neighbours, someone from the Disney Club. Oh, there's loads of people here. Frank Bruno, hello there, Frank. And look, Ruby Wax, Ruby, you must stop. You must stop. You talk to that camera down there, because Ruby...
I'm only here to plug a number. Here it is. Oh, I'll tell you why.
You're doing something very special today, aren't you, Ruby?
I am. All day you can call 071 436 7777 and donate money. You get a credit card any way you can. And call up immediately. Like till tomorrow morning you can do this. 071 436 7777. And if you don't have a credit card, get a check. And if you don't have a check, rob a bank.
I'm sorry about that. No, Ruby,
Please don't make me go on children's.
No, you've got to. Oh, my word, they didn't warn me about her. Now, the thing about Ruby Wax is she's been on so many TV shows today, it's unbelievable. Would the rest of you like to pass by, yes?
The rest of us!
No.
How dare you!
Oh, my word.
This is my date!
It is drop face. Oh, dear.
Escorting me in. Hello, viewers. Give us your money! Get that woman out! Give us your money! Now! Ring that number!
There is so much going on today. Ed, myself, Mickey Hutton and Philippa, we're all here. There's a... Oh, do carry on, please. There's a special Jack and Nori. There's also great... There's so much going on. You've got to stay tuned to Children's BBC.
Greetings, young Earthlings. I am Captain Comic Tomato from the planet Compost.
Ask them who it is, Dad.
And I am speaking to you from our vast Galaxian cruiser as I hurtle earthwards.
Ask them, Dad. We have to find out. Ask them who did it.
Yes, in a minute, Tommy. Oh, no, I've forgotten to do my King voice now. I was doing a really good King voice and everything. Right.
I wonder what this button does.
No, Tammy, do not touch that fader. Whatever you do not touch that fader. I'm telling you.
Who and what are these strange-looking red vegetableoids? And what do they want to ask? Stay tuned and find out.
Stay tuned to Children's BBC, because as I was saying, it is the last episode of Stay Tuned.
What was that?
I don't know. What was what?
I don't know. I felt a sort of kind of strange, tomato-y presence. What, sort of ketchup-y? Sort of ketchup-y,
Yeah, but I didn't feel a thing. And why? Sorry, Shane, would you like to go in? No, you just... Yeah, he is here, but you carry on. I didn't feel a thing, guys. And why haven't you two got red noses on?
Well, we're kind of allergic to tomatoes, you see. Yeah, it's terrible. If we put on tomatoes, we get this rash. Yeah, this is great.
It's not a need something that looks a bit like a tomato. All right. Oh, Mr. Blobby. Oh, sorry. And as Ed said, yeah, Mickey Hutton looks a bit like a squash tomato, so you ought to come on the show. So stay tuned. The Jack and Nori story special, as I said. Great as well. But right now, Juniper Jungle, and I'm sure somebody in Juniper Jungle is wearing a red nose.
Welcome back to CBBC's Comic Relief here at Hangar 17. You're going to see some major celebrity challenges today. You're going to see... What are those?
Tomato noses.
Tomato noses. They're not red noses.
Well, yeah, but they're kind of vegetable-y, isn't it?
Sort of vegetable-y.
Go
and sort your faces out. But what? And sort your noses out as well. And now it's time to see some celebrity challenges with our three resident artists, Neil Buchanan, Tony Hart and Gabrielle Bradshaw. Let's see what's happening up here with Neil. Neil, what's going on here?
What's going on with these waistcoats, Mickey?
Could be twins.
You know the difference?
No.
Yours is an expensive one.
That's very expensive. What's going to happen, Neil? Come on.
I'm not going to tell you. I am not going to tell you what I'm going to be doing. You've got to guess. Suffice to say, I've got 3,000 of these things available to me, and I'm going to create a huge picture. So that's all I'm going to tell you. And if I see you slacking, I'll draw you in.
I'll give you a hand. You carry on. I'll see you later.
See you later.
Come with me, three. Let's go and see Tony. Tony, what's happening over
Mickey, I got a variety of tomatoes here. Can I interest you in a good tomato?
Yeah.
Oh, see him?
That's me.
And this is a bad one.
That's you.
Very bad indeed. A hardy tomato.
Yeah.
And a laurel, just to go along with him. Here we have an unripe tomato in the green. And down here, one from the Canary Islands, of course. This tomato is called a tigerella. And I never heard of those before.
A rare one.
But you live and learn. And that, of course, is a beef tomato.
Get some work done.
I'll put them all up.
Thank you, Tony. Gabrielle!
Hi.
What's up? What's all this mess?
Well, I'm not telling you anything, only that it's going to be very big and it's going to be made out of cardboard.
Well, our artists, I want to count down from everybody here to give our artists a chance. From 3, 3, 2, 1, go! We'll be seeing more of that later on in the show, but over here we have Roy Castle surrounded by muscle.
Hi, Mickey.
Yeah, all right.
Good to see you, mate. Well, this is the big Gunge Game Challenge, and what we have to do is we've got to fill these buckets from the rocket ship filler over there. This is all sponsored by Kodak, as you'll notice as it develops. We have to fill these buckets from the big rocket station, bring them through this airlock, and then deposit them in these receptacles here. We have 2 teams, and whichever team wins is going to really get the prize, OK? Whoever loses isn't. And this is what it's going to be. There's a little snag here because there's a hole in your bucket, everybody. So you've got to really put on a bit of steam here and a bit of speed. And we have the 2 team captains. First of all, Frank Bruno.
Nice one.
It's very nice of you to come along because you're training at the moment, aren't you?
Very much so,
Got a big one coming up.
On April the 24th at National Exhibition Centre in Birmingham.
That's it. All right. Well, I hope you don't get a red nose then.
No, I'll try not to. I'll get a white one.
Okay. And who have you got in your team,
I've got
Frank?
a posse. This is my posse here, right?
All right. This is all the posse. Hey,
Yeah.
Jeremy. Jeremy, how are you, Jeremy?
Well, Paul.
We got
Disney
Paul.
Club,
Yeah.
EastEnders.
Nicola, how are you, my love? All right. Good.
Wicked, yeah.
Well, that's
Fast,
terrific.
eh?
That's one team. Okay,
that's
you
my
talk
posse.
tactics.
Yeah,
talk tactics. Now, hey, here we go. Shadow. How you doing, Shadow?
Good, feeling good.
Yeah, you feel as if you can take Frank's mob on?
Here to make loads of money and fill up this container
Yeah,
with loads
that's right.
of gunge.
The more guns in here, the more money we make. Now, who have we got?
Richard from Home and Away.
Richard, how are you?
I've got James from EastEnders. I've got the Mike the Scorpio from the Gladiators.
Ultimate challenge!
Okay, if you'd like to get to your places now,
I'm a team manager.
don't forget, put as much in here as possible. There's your bucket.
Team manager.
Okay,
That's right.
now, here we go. Here's the countdown. You listen for the noise. Here it comes. On your marks.
Home and away.
Get set.
Go away, home and away.
3. Yeah, Jeremy's coming through. Jeremy's first one through, Frank. There you go, Jeremy. There you go. How are we doing here? Yeah. Guns. And here we go. Frank, your team. Come on. Hello. Yeah, it's level begging right away. Here we go now. Nicola. Oh, yeah, the yellows are doing well here. Come on, Nicola, well done. Here we go. How's it all going? More money from... There you go. Well done. There you go. Hey. Well done, Jeremy. So there's a bit of cheating going on here, Frank.
There's a little bit of cheating.
Okay, let's just have a look how you've done. First of all, Frank, you're about here. They're just a little bit of a cheat ahead.
They had more muscle power, bro. But it's not good calls anyway, so...
Yeah, right.
Yeah, very
so
good
there
calls.
it is. You're, we've raised quite a lot of money here. You're doing okay. There are 2 more games to come up yet. So we'll see you later on in 2 more games, okay?
Take it easy.
At the moment, there's a lot of money coming in. Thank you.
Now, Tammy, I'm telling you, don't ever touch that fader again, all right? I'm going to tell your mother about this. I mean it. Young Earthlings. We were from deep space. We have been sending down tomato helpers to assist in your comic relief day.
Yes.
And what have you done with these helpers?
Stuck them on cars, Dad.
Stuck them on the front of buildings, Dad. Yes. But much worse. You have been sticking them on your noses. So, we are coming to Earth to deal with a person responsible for this outrage. A person who must be squashed.
Squelched.
Given a major body smacking. Yes. Now, unfortunately, we don't know the identity of this person.
Dad, ask them. I keep saying
Yes,
ask them.
All right. Now, throughout the afternoon, we will be telling you what we have been able to learn about this mystery person. And the first 3 Earthlings who can tell us his or her name will each receive what you Earth people call a star prize.
Star prize.
Tommy.
Oh, a bike, a Mega Drive, or a computer game. Right, Dad, first clue.
Yes, pens and paper at the ready.
The person was born under the star sign Leo.
Yes, now, when you've heard all the clues, if you know the identity of the mystery person, then call us in our spaceship on this number. 0891 800 320. Remembering to check first with a grown-up Earthling if you can use the telephone.
Estimated time of arrival on Earth, 1 hour, Dad!
Remember, we need your help. Right, press the fader, Tammy.
But you said I shouldn't touch it. Who is the mystery person King Comic Tomato thinks needs a jolly good body smack? Can you work out the identity and win a star prize? Stay tuned.
Oh, wow, what a gungy game show that was, Ed. Yeah, too much gunge, far too much gunge. Now, stay tuned.
Andy, I've been having some interference on my Walkman. Something about, clues or something.
Oh. No, don't talk ridiculous, Paul. You don't want a strange person.
Andy, so what do these look like, huh? Potatoes. What, not tomatoes?
No.
Not even a little bit of tomato.
No, they look nothing like tomatoes. No, try harder, guys. I'm sorry, try harder. Off you go. Throughout the afternoon, we've got special news rounds. They're called Nose Round, and here's the first with Juliet and Krish.
Yes, hello, and welcome to a very special edition of Nose Round. Our first report today is looking at why comic relief exists, because it can be quite confusing to work out how all this comedy and red noses got involved with all the hunger and hardship.
It all started after a series of BBC News reports about a terrible famine in Ethiopia in 1984. More than 1 million people starved to death.
Dawn, and as the sun breaks through the piercing chill of night on the plain outside Coram, it lights up a biblical famine, now in the 20th century.
Michael Burke's reports shocked the world, and a massive effort was launched to send help.
Pop stars played their part, with the huge Live Aid concert raising millions of pounds.
Watching the event, comedians Lenny Henry and Griff Rhys-Jones decided to help too, in the only way they knew.
It's time for comic relief.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And so, in 1988, the very first Red Nose Day was launched.
Comic relief is go. And what in total is? Absolutely nothing, because we haven't started yet.
To date, there have been 3 comic relief telethons, each broadcasting over 5 hours of live lunacy.
Another great tradition of comic relief is the special fundraising songs.
Got to do my best to please her just 'cause she's living.
Baroness Chalker, the government minister for overseas aid, is a great admirer of comic relief's work.
I'm fully supportive of comic relief. I believe that everybody needs to help somebody else. There's a feel good for the giver, as well as a great deal of help for the receiver. And in addition to our £1,900 million in the aid programme, what the public give is an extra stimulus.
And of course, the British people have always taken Red Nose Day to heart, doing all sorts of crazy things to raise money.
Before this year's Red Nose Day 4, over £70 million has been raised by comic relief, and every penny of it has gone to support projects both in Africa and Britain.
And we'll be looking at how some of the money's spent when Nose Round returns in half an hour. Don't forget the real news round is at 5 o'clock, but now it's something vegetable-y with Andy.
Thank you very much, Juliet. Something very vegetable-y. If you've been watching Children's BBC over the past 3 weeks, you'll know that we ran the Dress Up Like a Vegetable competition, all in aid of comic relief. The 5 finalists were announced earlier this week, and today sees the grand finale. We have a star lineup of guests. Dave Benson-Phillips.
Hello there.
Andrea Boardman.
Hello, how are you?
And Paul Jones.
I've forgotten what to say.
Just try saying hello.
Hello.
Good, good. It's going well so far. So, you've seen the 5 finalists in photographs on the television on Children's BBC. All we need to do now, stop that. They're already getting ready to vote. All we need to do now is see the costumes in real lives. Here they come, down the catwalk, here at Hangar 17. And here it is. Outfit number 1, Laura Ayman has come dressed as a piece of broccoli. Laura's looking good there. Laura is the first. Number 2, Kerry Derisborough has come as a leek. So there she goes, a nice-looking leek. Kirsty Spooner is dressed as a peacock, and she's looking good there. Contestant number 4 is Emma Breslin, who, as you can see, has come dressed as a carrot. Looking good, Emma. And the 5th and finalist, the only boy here, actually, is Callum Graddon. And guess what Callum's come like? He has come as a mushroom. There they are. Let's get them all back up on the catwalk once again. Callum, come back, Callum, come back. He needs a bit of guidance, you see. Mushroom, how many walking mushrooms have you seen, you see? That's it. Over here, Callum, over here. Now, keep going, Callum. No, this way, Callum. Keep going, there we go. Along we go, here we are. So here are the 5 finalists. And here, now they're all looking. A round of applause. So they're all looking absolutely fabulous. Now we're going to do the scoring. The scores are out of 15 and 50.
50?
They're telling me 50.
Make your mind up. Come on.
Scores are have to be out of 10 because your cards only go up to 10.
All right. Well, I was going to be diplomatic. Can we have ladies first, please? Because I'm still making up my mind.
I tell you what. I'm just having. Hang on. I'm having a feeling. I tell you what we'll do. We won't use the cards. We won't use the cards. Ditch all the cards. We'll score out of 50 in multiples of 5. Okay. I think that'll work. Right. Okay.
Ladies first.
Dave Benson-Phillips.
Ladies first.
Ladies first. Okay, Andrea.
First is Laura.
Let's have Laura first. What would you give Laura out of 50?
I'll give the broccoli, I think, 35 out of 50.
35 out of 50. Dave, what's your score?
Yeah, I'd say the same as well, because he was very
35
good.
as well. Okie dokie. And Paul, what do you...
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sorry, the broccoli...
Doing a game show of his own.
Broccoli?
Yes, the broccoli.
25.
25. So that's your score. That's 95 to you, Laura.
Very good.
Let's go with Kerry Derisborough, who looks like a leek. Andrea, what's your score for her?
30, I think.
30 for you there. Okie dokie. Dave?
25 for me.
25 from you, and from you, Paul?
30.
30 from Paul. So that gives you a grand total of 85. Okie dokie. A round of applause, yeah. Kirsty Spooner has come as a P. OK? Andrea, off we go.
Let me think. You look great. I'll give you 45 out of 50.
45? What a big score. Dave Benson-Phillips there.
I think I'll give a maximum of 50 here because I like the balloons.
50, wow. Top scores. And from you, Paul?
I thought the P's were very witty as well. I'll give her 45.
45. Yeah. Rounds of applause, please. And that gave you a grand total of, let me just think, 140, I think. That's 140. Right, OK. Emma. Emma came as a carrot. What's your score, Andrea?
These two are as good as each other, so I think I'll give you 45.
45 for you, from you, Dave?
Oh, yeah, I think from me... it's got to be a 50.
Oh, that's 50. Ooh, misses. And from you, Paul?
If I give a 40, that'll be a problem, won't it? But that's what I was going to give.
You give her 40 it is. 40 points as well. Okie dokie, congratulations. A round of applause, please. Carrying one over 135. So finally, Callum. Callum's come as a mushroom. Andrea, your score, please.
35 for you.
35 for you. From you, Dave?
40 for me.
40, 75. See, I can do it, really. And from you, Paul?
Always the same as Andrea. No, not quite. 35, anyway, is what I think.
25. 110. Congratulations, Callum. You got 110. Now, overall, what do you think of the scores? What do you think of the outfits, rather?
I think they're excellent. Everyone's put a lot of work into this, and they're brilliant.
Okie dokie.
Well done.
Ox and Weasel, can we have the final scores from the top 3?
The top 3, OK. In third place is Callum, who has 110 points. 110 points. Third place. Second place, Emma, with 135 points.
Emma?
And first place, Kirsty, 140 points.
Yes! Kirsty, come forward, Kirsty. Come forward, Kirsty, because we have got something to present to you. Yes. Let the lovely Andrea do that.
You've
there we are.
won this Commodore Amiga 1200 Comic Relief Pack computer.
A big round of applause! We're giving away prizes like they're going out of fashion. There's a lot more guns and there's a lot more from the nose round desk. But right now, it's time to Neil with Art Challenge.
What a day for vegetarians. Thank you very much indeed, Andy. We're checking out our little creations here with tomatoes, of course, bits of sticky back plastic and cardboard. How's it going, Gabrielle?
It's going all right. It's going to be a very big machine.
It looks that way, doesn't it? I mean, I'm amazed from the last time we saw you what you've done in that very short space of time. You've only just painted it. It's still wet.
We're working fast over here.
Very impressed. We'll check you out a bit later on.
Right.
Well done. And then there's Tony Hart over here. Tony, I'm supposed to guess what you're doing, am I?
Absolutely not. Tomatoes are getting bigger,
yes,
as you can see, and each tomato has a nose, a very big nose, and they get smaller and smaller and smaller until at the very end.
So each nose has got a nose, in a way?
Each nose has a nose.
Oh, I like the one on the end. That's very nice.
It's rather nice. I think we might put an eye on that.
Can I take a quick guess? At the moment, it probably looks like a sunburnt turnip. But anyway, you carry on, Tony. We'll see you later. Right. I'll come through the crowd. By the way, mine's a Coke and an orange, but make sure it's a diet. We've got Neil up here. Neil, what are you doing?
101, 102.
How many have you got altogether?
I've got probably about 200 down there at the moment, and I've got another 2,500-ish to get. Do you want to give us a hand?
I will, actually. I'll stick around for a while if you want me to. It's no problem. But you're not going to give me any clues to what you're making here, are you?
No way. No, I'm not going to tell you. No chance. Come back later.
All right, will do. OK, well, we've got to hand back now to one and only Andy, who I think is over there somewhere.
It's all going so well. There's a red nose for me now. What I must tell you is that the runners-up in our Look Like a Vegetable competition will all get one of these fabulous Comic Relief goodie bags. So you'll all get one of those. You've got them. Well, Ed, how can I show them on the telly if you've got them? Oh, well, they'll all get one. Take my word for it. Now, look at this. This is one of our fabulous bits of props. It's an arm. You pull the arm back like this. You get something. You put it in the top, and it's brilliant. It's a bits of splatter. And if you want to know how to make one, watch this space.
Hello everybody, yes, this is it. This is the bits of splitter arm. We've got 2 minutes to show you to make. Caitlin!
Right, what you do is you make a big hole in the top of a box and you push that down in there and you stick it in there and then you put that in there and then you get a tube and you make a big hole there so the tube fits in there and it also comes out there.
Great.
Simon!
Oh, thank you. This tube also fits in a bigger tube like that and through there. And there's a hole here which is for a bit of a coat hanger. See, have a good look at that. And you push that through there and there's another hole there. Watch your fingers. Push that through.
Lots of holes.
Shut up. And we take that down there, get a pair of pliers and bend that over like that, and that's going to be the catching mechanism for your elastic band, Caitlin.
OK, that goes in there like that, and then the tube threads through there and through there. But this is a bit complicated, so Simon, show them how to make a tomato.
OK, tomato balloon filled with water. Yes, what you do is you put the balloon on the end of the tap, turn the tap on, fill it with water, then do it up. Make sure that your tap is connected to the water pipe.
And then you get an elastic band and you put that through a hole through here.
Yes.
Oh, come on, come on. OK, yeah, and then you seal that off with something like a lollipop stick, which is what I've got here. And then you hook the elastic band onto the hook that you've made in there. Like that, OK? And then you get something that Simon's got.
Oh, yes, which is a hand cutout of a plastic bottle. Look at that, isn't that brilliant? And you put that in there, glue it hard in there. Ooh.
You get your tomato, put it in the hand, and
you let go.
Lots of it!
That's no good. We'll show you how it works properly. Caitlin Easterby.
OK, Simon Pascoe, this is your splat.
Oh,
it comes out. And it hit you.
No.
And you can do it. And I think we should give one to someone else now.
OK, Andy. Hello, this one's for you!
Ah, you thought they'd got me, didn't you? But they missed. What a shame. Yeah, it is a shame, Ed. Be quiet. Now, if you'd like a Bits of Fact pack, a Bits of Fact sheet, which will give you details on how to make your splat plat, all you've got to do is do this. Send a cheque or postal order made payable to BBC Television for £2 and address it to Bitzer, BBC Television, London W12 7RJ. That's £2 made payable to Comic Relief, Bitzer, BBC Television, London W12 7RJ. Stay tuned for...
Greetings once more, young Earthlings. Are you ready for Clue 2? Pens and paper at the ready?
Clue number 2. At 13, this person wanted to be a pilot.
Estimated time of arrival on Earth, 50 minutes and counting!
Yeah.
As King Comic Tomato and family rocket towards Earth, they are intent to seek out the mystery personality who has insulted the tomato planet.
Dad, who's in a tent?
49 minutes to touchdown, Dad! Dad? You all right, Dad? You look ill.
So, if you're slightly confused about what's going on here, well, Children's BBC is coming from Hangar 17 live this afternoon, all in aid of comic relief.
Hello,
There's
excuse me.
Mr. Blobby, I like you.
Yes,
You're
my
really
friend.
good. Yeah, hi. Hello, love. Yes.
Are you expecting
yes.
anyone in
Are we
about
expecting
49
well,
minutes?
No, actually, no. I think everybody's here. Yeah, lovely to meet you, Mr. Blobby. Anyway, as I was saying, lots going on this afternoon here. Hangar 17, including Roy Castle raising money by racing Gunge, aren't you, Roy?
Yeah, here we go. This is it. Are you ready, Frank? This is it now. Round 2 of the Big Gunge Game Challenge.
Right, we're ready.
Now, wait a minute, Frank.
Yes,
now,
I'm awaiting.
there was a bit of a cheat at the end of that first game.
Right?
That's just one bucket full.
Yeah, most definitely, Roy.
I think that's a bit.
I am the manager, and I'm going to get in there myself.
About £200. You're going to show what you're talking about. All right, there's 200 quid's worth of cheat in there,
That's
isn't
right,
there?
Roy. You tell him.
Who have you got in your team this time?
I've got the posse in there.
You got the
This is my
posse
second
here. Now,
posse, yeah.
let's just find out. Sid Owen's not here, is he?
Sid's not here, but I've taken over.
You're taking
I'm
over from
Richard.
Sid. So we have
Richard from the
Margot,
Business
Margot Wilson here, and we have Louisa Bradshaw White.
Louisa, that's right.
Yeah, all right, from Grange Hill. So you're all set.
Yeah, we're ready.
You've really got to get everybody on the ball this time, because you're a bit behind. Okay,
Yes.
Shadow.
Here is my challenge.
This is your challenge. Have you got
Daniela.
You got no cheats amongst these? Okay, so we've
No cheats
all right,
whatsoever.
all right. So
We're
everybody's
just here to
set.
make money.
You're ready to really go.
Make
this
some
time.
money. Make the
Make
money.
some money. So everybody, to your places. Is Frank going to have a go? Look out, Frank's having a bit of a go on his own. Okay, Frank, away you go.
He's gone already.
On your marks. 3, 2, 1. Come on, Frank, here you go. That's it. Yeah, get as much as you can there, Frank. Yeah. Come on. Come on, folks. Get ready. Here you go. Well done, Frank. Yeah, he's going again. He's going again. Doesn't realise he's got a team. Get another bucket. Have you got another bucket? Great. Frank's doing it all on his own. You're in the queue here. Get in the queue. Have you got... There's another bucket there. That's a yellow bucket. Wow! It all fell out. It's got all over my... Go on, Frank. There you go. Yeah, go on. Definitely, Frank's team's really moving ahead now. Well done. Come on, Frank. Here you go. This one. Well done, Frank. Oh, we're really moving now. Oh, that was a good bucket. There you go. That's a good dribble. Keep going out there. Come on, Frank. One more round. Here he comes. Having a fight at the airlock. Okay. Wait a minute. All right, that's it. Yeah.
Sorry, Ryan, sorry.
Well, there's a little bit more here. I just might as well put it in there. Okay, well, who would ever think there was another round to go yet? Okay, Frank, you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine, Ryan, fine.
Well, that'll do for the rehearsal. Yeah, that was very nice. Okay.
Thanks a lot, Frank.
Yeah, you're doing very well, swell. So, really, Frank, you're miles ahead now.
Very much, Roy.
Yeah, okay, so it's there's still one to go.
You've done
the scores, Roy.
Here's somebody who's all clean.
No, please.
Lovely.
No, look, I've got to... No. Over here. Right, now, let me tell you. Don't forget, still to come, there is so much going on. There's Newsround and the final episode of Grange Hill. Now, calm. Now, as I'm saying, Roy, stop it! Do you enjoy Jackanory?
Do it. Yes, I love Jackanory.
You do?
Yes.
Which is good news because...
How big is he?
He's very big because today we've got a very special Jackanory.
Nice.
It's presented by the lovely Philippa Forrester, and it's one of these ones where they're making the story up as they go along. Take it away, Philippa.
Take it away, Philippa.
Hello and welcome to a rather special Jackanory for Comic Relief. Joining me, a motley crew from Children's BBC. Their job is to try and make up a story as they go along. Now, I've enlisted the help of the sound effects team, and occasionally they'll play a sound effect like this, which they must integrate into the story. All right, have you got that?
Yo, yes, Philippa.
Are you awake?
Yes, Philippa.
Good. OK, now we'll begin. It was a bright, sunny morning, and Mr. Smedley was looking forward to spending a few hours in his garden. He was wandering down his little stone path, gazing this way and that at the roses, dahlias and daffodils. But his favourite plants he kept in the greenhouse. He was on his way there, but as he looked up at the door, something strange hit him. The large, red, lush tomatoes seemed not to be there. And in their place, mere soil. Mr. Smedley's tomatoes were gone. Mickey.
There was a trail of soil leading from the front of the greenhouse right the way down the steps through into the high street. He followed this trail until he came to a shop, and in the shop window he saw all the tomatoes disco dancing like Prince. What are they doing in there? He said. They're some of the best dancers I've ever seen, and some of them...
Shane.
Oh, and all of a sudden, the music in here was... the toilet was flushing in the background. Come back, tomatoes, don't do it! And they were speaking with a Mancunian accent. They were going, hello, I'm from Manchester, I'm from Manchester. And all of a sudden, they broke into this song. Yes, take that, turned into tomatoes!
Anthea.
No, not take that, tomatoes. What was he going to do? Was he to get a gun, or was he to gun them? Or do whatever you do to tomatoes? No, he was going to try and entice them back.
I think the phone's ringing.
Oh, yeah, and the phone rang. Who was that on the phone? He answered the phone. It was Lady Penelope. It was International Rescue.
International Rescue, who have a horticultural division these days under Thunderbird 6, who said, we have reason to believe that your tomatoes have been brainwashed by the vicious garden gnomes, who you will notice have also disappeared from your gardens. And the idea is that they are all going to be taken to Forbidden Island and kept there and held to ransom.
Mickey.
It wasn't a Forbidden Island, it was Tracy Island. Oh, I wonder if it's the right one. Oh, I wonder...
Where did we get Tracy Island?
Tracy Island, I don't know. It just came to us in a second of... Anyway, the garden gnomes had stolen the tomatoes and they were going to use them as slaves to build a massive tomato mountain. And...
Rachel.
When they made the mountain, the dog barked. This dog appeared. It had tomatoes rammed in its mouth. They were... It looked as if its head was going to explode with these tomatoes.
It obviously needed the help of a vet. This was a very good vet. He was used to dealing with elephants. Shane.
The elephant went... But he was doing an impression of a duck as well, because it was a bit like, you know, it was great at impressions, you know, and he used to do the voices for Spitting Image, because a lot of people didn't know that the people who actually worked on Spitting Image were tomatoes, and that was the secret, you see. Behind the TV screens, people were tomatoes. They were taking over the world, they were taking over children's BBC, and they all had a Mancunian accent. Oh, no!
Sorry, Anthea.
The fact is, the best tomatoes in the entire world were actually in the Blue Peter garden, where a cock was crowing at the time. Why were these tomatoes so good? Everybody wanted to find out. The reason the tomatoes were so good is because every Monday and every Thursday, they listened to Blue Peter.
Enough, Matthew.
So, the secret was, in fact, that these tomatoes had, in fact, been laid by a chicken. They'd been crossbred. They were so they were packed full of nutrients. They were a combination between a juicy tomato and a wonderful egg. The wicked Dr. Phoebes had been doing this in order to hold the world to ransom once more. There was also a trail of slime leading from...
A trail of slime that was leading down the garden path, which worried the people on Tracy Island. Actually, I don't know why it was called Tracy Island. There was a bloke there called Bob, who used to play the flamenco guitar, OK? And he used to sing this song called El Mucho Estardo, El Mucho Estardo, El Mucho Estardo, in the window. That was the song he used to play, which, in fact, got onto Top of the Pops. As you know, Top of the Pops was presented by tomatoes with this Mancunian accent.
Rachel, Mancunian accents.
Now, this Mancunian accent was... These tomatoes were given, actually.
Taxi for Richie.
Mickey!
And this Mancunian tomato was actually the Happy Mondays, but they changed the name to the Happy Tomatoes. And all these tomatoes had big, happy, smiling faces, and they'd wear sombreros and they'd dance around like this. And sometimes they'd get little girls on the audience and we'd dance around like wild people. And we'd just spin around. And then we would. And we'd try and kill them. And we didn't care.
It's my turn now, right? Tomatoes, cucumber and tomatoes were dancing around, but there was a man who wanted a lot of tomatoes. He was in Spain. He was in France.
Oh, yeah, Spain, yeah.
He was a fabulous chef. He was called Gareth Blackstock, and he wanted to make the best tomato soup in the world.
Best tomato soup in the world. But as you know, the person to make the best tomato soup in the world was, in fact, John Leslie! Hurrah! Now, John Leslie, meanwhile, was working in the Blue Peter Garden when, from nowhere, the tomatoes started seeping up through the soil. And in the background, the man with the flamenco guitar.
And then something terrible happened. The man with the flamenco guitar dropped it, broke it, fell down and cried. The end of a tragic story. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much.
I was a bit late getting home that day, because me and Scott had been for a kickabout in the park.
Meet Billy Webb. He's the one on the left, and he's got an amazing story to tell.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Frisbee.
Oh, hello, Billy. Always happens on a Monday, doesn't it?
Well, in Billy's case, it happens on Tuesdays and Fridays at 5:10, only on Children's BBC.
Oh, you're watching Children's BBC from Hangar 17 Native Comic Relief. Aren't I glad that Ed wasn't in that past? I'm the one with the big mouth. No, you're supposed to be... I could park a bus in it. I'm sorry. You're supposed to be behaving this afternoon on your best behaviour. Yes, look, while we argue about this, I'm going to hand to Gareth Jones. I'm sick of you. You show me up every single time. Gareth, take it away. And I'm getting very...
Thank you very awful. Thank you very awful indeed. I am under great pains not to move here, because my good friend Neil Buchanan has got...
How many have you got laid out here, Neil?
Well, I did have 1,500 until you came over here with them. I refuse to do live television with you ever. Keep away from
People
my
keep saying this to me. I only moved a few. I felt it was kind of an artistic movement.
75 you moved, 75.
How many noses you got here?
Well, at the moment, I think we've got about almost 2,000. We're going for 3,000 if you keep away.
What's the biggest drawing you ever did, Neil?
The biggest drawing was a portrait of the Queen using £250,000, and thank goodness you weren't there.
Thank you, Neil. What is Neil making? We'll endeavour to find out a little bit later. But come with me for over here to other broadcasting art. Have you met this? How are you doing? Thank you. Right. If you saw that, very nice lady. The wonderful Tony Hart.
Ah, my good fellow.
Tony, now what are you actually doing here?
Well, I've decided that they're invading a cricket field, you see. That's why all the tomatoes are up there. And I now think that we want to have some sort of cricket staff into the programme. Now, this is going to be a character. You might not recognise him from the hair, but you might by the nose.
It could be anyone here today with that nose. We'll find out. Come with me, because Gabriella, now, what is this machine? You're building what?
It's a tomato machine.
But what kind of tomato machine? We're not going to know, are we?
You'll have to wait and see.
Now, is it a clean machine?
It's a clean machine.
Is it a green machine?
It's a green machine.
Is it your machine?
Of course it's my machine.
And do you have a licence for it?
No.
I'm sorry, that's contravening BBC Regulation 4934, building machines without a licence. Can we have a word? That's it, we'll be back. Or Liz Kershaw will be back a little bit later to find out what these people are in fact doing. But right now, Mr. Roy Castle and the final. Hold the guns down!
OK, well, this is that's the result of the last game. And it's now the very final game, the third and final, and we don't know who's playing in this one. I know that Frank is playing.
Yes,
all right.
Sure is.
You're going to have a good
I'm the manager player.
And you're doing very well.
Very good, right? We're peaking. We're ready. Talking about cheat.
How about this, Shadow? Look, you've got some catching up to do.
It's not over till it's over. When it's over,
It's not over till it's over.
Tell him show some money.
Let's sting Kodak for some money. OK, are you ready? On your marks. Are you ready, Frank?
Yeah, ready, Roy.
2, 3, 1. I don't believe it. There you go. Whoa, yeah, yeah. These are the big ones. Come to it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, yeah, it's pouring too far, too far. Come on. Come on, Brad. Here we go. Look. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're going right up to the top. Look at this.
on, Frank. OK, what buzzer? Did the buzzer go? Oh, the buzzer's gone.
The buzzer's gone.
Yeah,
The buzzer's gone.
it appears the buzzer's gone.
The buzzer's gone. The buzzer's gone. Roy.
The buzzer's gone, Frank.
I think it's quite obvious, Roy, who's won. But would you just like to make the official announcement since it is your game?
Yeah, OK, everybody gather round.
Yes,
gather round.
We're gathered.
This should go on quality, not quantity.
That's it, Frank. Frank, you know, we've got to have you all here. Right, so, Roy, as you said, off you go.
Yeah, as I said, the winners are Frank Bruno and his team. Sorry, Shadow, you went and lost, so you actually... Oh, this is the prize.
There it is. This is the trophy, Frank. Aren't you glad you came all this way and got all that guns for that trophy? Can I have one round of applause for the winning team? Having a winning team means that we're going to have some losers, and they are obviously the yellow team. Now, guys, I'm sorry about this. Who is your nominated person who is going to go onto the great spinning wheel? Here he comes. Oxen Weasel, thank you very much. Take James to the spinning wheel. Please don't cry. And we shall see him a bit later on. But now it is time for us to go to...
Squish them! I'll squash them! I'll squish them! I'll squash them! I'll squish them! I'll squash them!
Find out who it is, or he'll puree himself.
I'll squish them! And squash them! And squish them!
Clue number 3. This person's first TV...
Will you shush? I've completely lost my rhythm now.
Oh, sorry, Dad.
Was I squishing or squishing?
Squishing.
Right, squishing. I'll squish them and squish them and squish them.
Clue 3. This person's first TV appearance was on the programme called Free Time.
Squish them and squish them and squish them and squish them and
phone in.
and squish them and squish them.
There's no voice.
Hurtling towards the planet Earth, King Comic Tomato needs your help to find out who he's going to squish and squash.
Comic Relief is, of course, all about raising money. Now, I don't know where we've got to. We've got this person who works on the show called Ian Trill. Now, before he used to look like this, you see. Now, he had this very long ponytail, and it went out like that. There he is. There's Ian with Philip with his ponytail. Ed, have you got it? Have you got it? A little donation to Comic Relief. And a lot of hair later. So there's Ian's hair. You see, you're going to get some money. You are. Yeah. Don't eat the hair. I've told you about that. I've told you about that. Oh, dear. Right, Ed. OK, right. We've got so much more still to come this afternoon. You would not believe it, including...
Andy,
Mickey,
there's
yes.
something wrong.
What do you mean there's something wrong?
We're getting some terrible interference. Ox, Weasel, can I go up on the roof and check the area, please? Because we're getting some really...
Absolutely, boys.
OK, fine. Boys?
Yeah.
They're carrots.
No, these are tomatoes. Yeah, those tomatoes. Yeah,
Boys,
those are tomatoes.
carrots are orange, not red.
What?
Go and sort them out.
They're sort of, you know, isn't it called? No?
Ready.
It's ready.
This is what I put up with, Andy.
I know, they're not very clever, are they? But I tell you, two people who are absolute brain boxes, we know who they are. They're over that side of the hangar, and they are Krishnan and Juliet.
Thank you very much, Andy. Now, 2/3 of all the money raised by Comic Relief goes to Africa. That means around £55 million has gone there till today.
Some of it goes to long-term projects, other goes to emergencies, and this year the need has been as great, if not greater, than ever before.
Africa has been in crisis, with many countries badly hit by drought and famine. Somalia has suffered most deeply of all.
When Newsround reporter Paul Welch visited the town of Baidoa 6 months ago, thousands of people were simply starving to death.
It's only 9 o'clock in the morning, but already in this centre, 2 children have died. By the end of the day, in Baidoa itself, 250 people will have died today, like every day this week.
In the months that followed, nearly £2 million of Comic Relief money was sent to Somalia, providing emergency food aid and helping save countless lives.
The difference it's made is phenomenal, as these pictures show, filmed by a Comic Relief team in Baidoa just 2 weeks ago. Although a few people are still dying, most are well on the way to recovery, as Lenny Henry discovered.
It's funny, you know, how this pays for that, to go into this. That's the thing about Comic Relief. It really works. You should be proud of yourselves.
Now
Comic Relief is also at work in Uganda, an African country devastated by a very different disaster, an epidemic of the deadly disease AIDS.
Tony Robinson saw how Comic Relief money is helping 4 boys from a poor family who lost both their parents to the disease. The charity pays for Gertrude Wanyana, an aid worker who teaches orphans how to grow food and look after themselves. It's thought there may now be more than 1 million children in Uganda who've lost parents through AIDS.
Comic Relief can't stop poor people being poor, but it can help some of the children who are badly affected by AIDS. It's not glamorous work, it's not going to make any big headlines, but it's vital if we're going to save a whole generation of children.
These crowded, disease-ridden slums in the Ethiopian capital Addis Ababa were the focus of one of Comic Relief's long-term projects in Africa. Where before there were open sewers and cramped, filthy hovels, now there are clean houses, schools and health centres. The people's lives have changed for good.
And out in the countryside, Comic Relief is helping to get the crops growing again. Wells are dug, water pipes down from the mountains. It all costs just a few pounds a head and means these people should never need emergency aid again. Well, joining us now with a bit of luck from the Comic Relief studio at Television Centre is Lenny Henry. Lenny, it's amazing looking at what Comic Relief does, how much just a little amount of money can do.
Oh yeah, every penny saves a life. You buy a red nose, it definitely goes to a good cause. It was great going to Somalia and seeing how quickly the Comic Relief money had been spent on feeding centres and hospitals and sanitation and on water projects. I was really proud. And like I said in that clip, you know, anybody who's done something for Comic Relief should be really, really proud because the money is doing good and it can do good really fast.
Lenny, tell us what we can look forward to later this evening.
We have an absolutely fantastic show for you tonight. I can't begin to say how brilliant it is. We've got a special edition of Blind Date featuring Mr. Bean. We've got Prince and Barry White, French and Saunders, Jonathan Ross doing the biggest game show ever. We've got Griff Rhys-Jones, Angus Deaton. We've got all kinds of things. We've got the return of Friday Night Live and loads of money. It's going to be a brilliant show and you must tune in. You must. Don't watch anything else.
Well, it sounds absolutely brilliant. Absolutely loads of luck for this evening, Lenny. We'll let you get back to your rehearsals now.
Thank you.
Well, we'll have a bit more of Nose Round later. Now I think it's time to go over to Andy somewhere.
Thank you very much, Juliet. Nice to see Lenny Henry there. And he has such a nice line in jackets, doesn't he? Now, if you've been watching the Guns game, here he is, James Gilby. He was nominated loser. James, I'm quite familiar with this. If you're a regular viewer on Hangar 17, you'll know that I've been asked. It's really simple. All you do is hold on for dear life and close your eyes, OK? Worried?
I can take double what they can throw at me. Double!
He can take double what they throw at you. So, here are the throws. Go! Ah!
Of our artwork challenge now. At the top of the show, we asked 3 artists to make something for Comic Relief in a set time. It's time to stop them in what they're doing. Now, if you thought that Tracy Island on Blue Peter was an accomplishment, this can be your next project. Gabrielle, you took all sorts of bits of cardboard and pipes and everything, and what have you made?
I've made the Great Comic Sauce Box, and it's ready to go. Right,
sauce, as in sauce? Yeah, please.
Stuart, you ready? We've got comic tomatoes, and they go in the top. Pour them in and I'll turn it on.
And it converts the tomatoes into...
Let's see, hang on. I've got to press this button down here.
Oh, just look at that. Absolutely miraculous. You could turn your red noses this weekend when Comic Relief Day's over into a bottle of this for the table. Well done. What are you going to do with it now?
I don't know.
I'll take it. Now, Tony Hart, if you are as old as me and used to watch Vision On, then forget those gas board adverts and those animations, because fatter... Philip, you tell me what they used to be called.
Philip Hatton Patter Phil. That's going back a very long way, Liz. Now, we nearly finished this. Just 2 more pieces.
OK, because you're turning... the picture is turning a tomato into an everyday object. And what have you made?
What?
What's the everyday object that's come out to the
I
end?
don't think it's an everyday object. I think it's a one-off day object. And here's the finish of it, you see. Here we go, and the little tomato says... What?
It was always off the wall and he inspired me, but I never made anything as good as that. We've got Neil finally. Neil was going to make a collage. Now, at school we only had things like lentils and peas and boring old veg, but he's taken the symbol of today, the Comic Relief red nose, and he's made what, Neil?
2,500 noses later, Liz, we've got something that looks like this. Go on, I've been trying to tease you all day. Go on up top, let's have a look. Let's see. There it is. Probably the biggest tomato you're ever likely to see, apart from Gaz Top.
Oh, are they stuck down? Can we take it up?
No! Don't move it!
It's time for Celebrity Comedy Cones. We've got 3 teams packed with celebrities. That's not one of them, that's Shane Ritchie. We've got Peter Simon's team, we've got Jonathan Morris's team, and we've got Grotbag's team. Each team has 1 minute 30 seconds to try and entertain us. Then you at home can phone in and tell us which team you want gunge. Oh, and every full phone call that we receive, 3 pence goes to Comic Relief. OK, let's meet team number 1.
Yes, let's.
Peter Simon's team, with Paul Zerden and the horrible Shane Ritchie.
I'm about to perform some magic for you, but first, some comedy impressions. These are bird impressions. Here's the first one. Swift. That was a swallow. That was a lark. Now, let me introduce my assistant. This is Emma. Emma, could you bring on Puddles, the performing duck? Say hello. Say hello to Puddles, Emma.
Hello, Puddles.
That was a tree. The duck is going to produce a card from this pack. Emma, I wish you to see that all the cards are different. Are all the cards different?
Yep.
That's the word we're looking for. Emma, choose a card. OK, pick it out. Show the camera, do not show me. That camera over there? OK. OK, I shall cover the duck's eyes so the duck does not see. OK, put the card back in the pack. Boys and girls, mums and dads. Now, nay, a mere miracle. The duck will pick the card out of the pack, and he will do it blindfolded. There is... there is... And the card was... Wait, no! The card was... the 8 of hearts. Good game.
OK, Sam, do something funny.
What now?
Yeah, just do something funny.
Oh, I could do the echo.
Well, do your echo then.
Hello! 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 How are you? Fine, fine. You changed it.
Well, maybe I did a little bit. Anything else?
Well, I'm looking around and they're all looking to see if your mouth is moving.
Really?
Yeah. But you can't tell that way, folks, because sometimes his mouth is not moving. My mouth is not moving. And you wonder where in the world is the voice coming from?
Yes!
It's comedy.
OK, comedy, think comedy. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls watching Comedy Relief, the beauty of live TV is that when it is live, it's important that you do live TV. And if you and if you do rewind, then please stop.
Please gunge Shane Ritchie. Right, let's meet...
We were the best!
He will never work again. Right, let's meet Jonathan Morris's team, who are the Chuckle Brothers and Andy Cunningham. Take it away, Jonathan.
Got 30 seconds, have we? OK, this is a bit of skill, just to prove we are skillful. It's a tongue twister, try it at home. Give me the gift of a grip-top sock, not a drip-shaped tip-top sock, but a plastic elastic grip-top sock. None of your fantastic slap-swap sock from the slapdash flash cash haberdash shop. Not a knick-knack knit-lot knot-knee knickerbocker sock with a mock shop blood bottle trick tick-tocker clock. Not a super sheer sear pocket sack smock spot from the spot-freckle frog-freckle cheapskate sock. Or for a hodge posh boss cost plot, nothing slip-top, drip-drop, flip-on, clip-flop. Ship me to a tip-top grip-top sock. A joke. 2 cows in a field, 1 toast knickers.
Oh, the moonlight's fair tonight along the Wabash. From the fields there comes the breath of new mown hay, Through the sycamore the candle lights are gleaming. On the banks of the Wabash far away, so far away.
Now, Badger, yeah, when I snap my fingers, yeah, you'll be completely hypnotised. Know what? And here we have, for the first time ever, a completely hypnotised Badger. Now, while Badger is completely hypnotised, you see, and not moving at all, Badger, you're hypnotised, aren't you? Oh, yeah, see? I know he was, yeah. What? I say, Badger? Boot. Oh! Most amusing, I don't think. Don't lick my nose, you do. Happy birthday, Dad.
Team, right, let's...
Can I just say that
No,
Shane Ritchie was terrible.
Excuse me, I've got delicate cameramen here. They're wearing frocks and everything. Now stop it. You are. Right, let's meet. That, by the way, that was the comedy-free zone. Just get out. Just get out of the hangar. Go on, all of you out. I'm sick of it.
What are you doing now?
Out.
He's got
Out. Right, let's meet Grotbag's team with the Tracy brothers and Darren Day.
Yes, it's Grotbag's brats. Yes, I've decided to make myself even more beautiful than what I am with one of my magic spells. Mulligatawny and sugar and spice make me much nicer than nice. What? What do you mean it didn't work?
You're right, Gaz.
You horrible little brats! You horrible! BBC for London.
Ladies and gentlemen, a 30-second version of Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody, complete with juggling and animal impressions. I thank you. Mama just killed a man. Woof, woof. I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, Scaramouche. Woof, woof. No, don't go. No, Mamma Mia, Mamma Mia. Beelzebub has the devil put aside for me. For me, for me. So you think you can stone me and spit in my eye?
Hello and welcome to this fun and frolicky. Can I say fun and frolicky? Yes, I think I just about can. Comic Relief afternoon here at Hangar 17, and here's my special guest with me, Jonathan Ross. It is Mr. Wild Paris. Oh, dim, 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 dim. There's a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. Never give them all. She's buying a stairway to heaven. Can you guess who it is yet?
Darren Day, Grotbags, comedy-free zone. Right, this is where you at home come in. You can vote for which team you want gunged. So, if you want to see Peter Simon's team gunged, yes, dial 0891 800 301. Now, if you want to see Jonathan Morris's team gunged, dial 0891 800 302. And if you want to see Grotbag's team gunged, dial 0891 800 303. And remember that every phone call that we get and is received, 3 pence goes to Comic Relief. OK, let's go to nose round with Krishnan.
Thanks. Well, I don't know about you. I just want to see Shane Ritchie gunged. But to continue our look at where the Comic Relief money is spent, let's take a look around at home now. Because 1/3 of all the money you raise is spent in the United Kingdom.
So far, more than £22 million has been spent on everything from centres for disabled people to on drug rehabilitation projects.
It's thought every year more than 150,000 school leavers end up on the streets. Homelessness in our major cities has reached crisis point. Comic Relief has given more than £6 million to help people find shelter.
The charity is also working to help young people like John. He found life so hard, he turned to drink.
At school, I was top in everything, I mean, especially sport. But there came a point where I just found I couldn't cope with anything, and I started drinking.
Red Nose money goes to help young people with all sorts of problems, from those who've been mistreated at home to those who've turned to dangerous drugs. Tanya was addicted to heroin. She's now recovered thanks to a rehabilitation centre supported by Comic Relief.
At the Kingsley Centre in Hampshire, young disabled people are running a shop and post office. As well as serving their village, it's also a stepping stone to other jobs.
Over the last 3 years, Comic Relief's given more than £57,000 to this centre to help disabled people learn the kind of skills they need to live in the outside world.
The village nursery school relies on the support of the people at the centre, like Sarah.
It's helped me very well build up my confidence, and working with different activities like working in the nursery school has helped me in my relation with other people.
The number of elderly people in Britain is rising. Many are lonely, but it doesn't have to be like that. Richard Wilson explains.
At Comic Relief, we don't think older people should be left out. That's why we put the money you give us into projects run by older people with their own needs and interests at heart.
To date, Comic Relief has made more than 1,500 grants to British projects, helping young and old alike.
A lot of very good reasons there to keep the money pouring into Comic Relief. That's it from this very special edition of Nose Round. News Round with Paul in a little while, but now over to Andy, who, as usual, is propping up the bar.
Thank you very much, Christian. Yeah, but I'm only drinking soft drinks, aren't we, Ed? Now, if you remember Comic Relief in 1991, we made a very special video that featured every puppet in the whole wide world. Here's a short clip. Now, you see, that song was good. We loved it. But here in 1993, we've decided to come up with a new song. It's an even better song, if I might be allowed to say, because there aren't puppets singing in this one. There are top showbiz celebrities. Every single one you've ever heard of is in this song. And they are all standing on this stage. Look at them all here. They are all here.
Very good one.
All I need to do... Yes, give yourselves a chair. Give yourselves a chair. All I've got to do right now is cue the music.
Robin Hood's a wally, he couldn't lick a lolly.
Gazza is crying and can't stop.
Spider-Man's been beaten, Banana Man's been eaten. Karate Kid is heading for the chop. The Captain Cake is bold, he's 98 years old. He's long retired from stopping evildoers.
The turtles on the telly are really rather smelly.
It's not surprising living in the sewers without someone to come to the rescue. What is the world gonna do? Who'll be the hero to help us all? Maybe the hero is you. You can be a hero. You can be a hero. You can be a hero in the fight. You can do some good and do what's right. You can be a hero. You can be a hero. You can be a hero in your own way. You can be a hero for today.
Peter Pan was lying, he's terrified of flying.
Hulk Hogan likes to sack his down.
He was often sitting around doing his knitting.
Macaulay Culkin wants his mum. Troy Tempest is no good, his head is made of wood. A Doctor Who wears simply dreadful clothes.
What's up with Mario? He's talking back the slow.
With a bad moustache and
big enormous nose.
the old heroes can't be relied on, so ordinary people must go. And if everyone does a little bit, it builds to a mountain of hope. You can be a hero. You can be a hero. You can be a hero in the fight. You can do some good and do what's right. You can be a hero. You can be a hero. You can be a hero in your own way. You can be a hero for today.
Indiana Jones has a nasty cough. Rye of the Rovers has been sent off.
Bucky O'Hare has had a bit of a scare.
James Bond is a sissy and Dan doesn't dare. Robocop has been thrown out the force.
The Lone Ranger
fell off his horse.
It's past the gladiators, but he buys time.
Frank Bruno's in pantomime.
You can be a hero. You can be a hero. You can be a hero in the fight. You can do some good and do what's right. You can be a hero. You can be a hero. You can be a hero in your own way. You can be a hero for today. Hero. You can be a hero. You can be a hero in the fight. You can do some good and do what's right. You can be hero. You can be a hero. You can be a hero in your own way. You can be a hero for today.
What do we know who it is yet? Do we know who's going to be squished and swashed?
And body smacked. Not yet, Dad.
No, we haven't done all the clues yet, Dad. Well, get a move on. We're going to be landing in a few minutes.
What's the estimated time of arrival?
Estimated time of arrival, 5 minutes! Oh, it's exciting, isn't it?
Oh, the fourth clue. What's the fourth? Oh, yes. His hobbies are listening to music, buying clothes, and cooking.
Now, remember, if you think you know who it is, call this number now. 0891 800 320.
Right, commencing countdown procedure.
Oh, no.
Minus 5 minutes. Give me a
Star sign Leo, and they wanted to be a pilot. Sounds a bit like... No, couldn't be. Stay tuned and make that call.
Hey, this is great, isn't it? This is fabulous. Look, this is where Paul normally stands, and here's the records. Yeah, what's the matter with you? You don't like heights? You're a duck. What do you mean you don't like heights? You're just stupid. You... Comic relief from Hangar 17. I'm afraid he had to... Oh, hello.
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 Hello. Listen, what's your birth sign, Philip?
Mine's Virgo. You're...
What's yours then?
Yeah, Gemini, double the personality.
Oh, that's lucky. That means you're in the clear, then.
Shorter school weeks planned for children hit by education cuts. And a little light relief as the 4th Red Nose Day gets off to a comic start. Hello. Some pupils in Gloucestershire will be getting half a day off school every week because there isn't enough money to pay their teachers. The cuts in Gloucestershire could soon be copied by other counties. For Newsround, the BBC's education correspondent Mike Baker reports.
I'd just like to start this morning by reminding you what Red Nose Day really is about.
Beaufort School has had the money it gets from Gloucestershire County Council cut, so it must lose 6 teachers' jobs, 10% of the staff.
Both in Africa and here in the UK.
Classes already have about 25 pupils, breaking safety guidelines for subjects like technology. Losing 6 staff would mean classes of 35. But not wanting that, Beaufort's decided instead to put pupils on a 4.5-day week. So while teachers work 5 days, groups of pupils will, in turn, take most of one morning a week off. Parents are worried.
My daughter has her GCSEs to do next year, and if she doesn't get as much teaching time as she should have, if she doesn't have as many teachers at the school as she should have, then she is not going to come out with the results that she needs to go on to further education.
At nearby Grange Infants, 2 of the 8 class teachers, including the school's only music teacher, will lose their jobs. It'll mean much bigger classes. All over the county there have been protests against school cuts. There's concern in other parts of the country too, as councils cut back on how much they spend on education.
More on that story on tonight's Public Eye at 8 o'clock on BBC Two. In India, a series of car bomb explosions have rocked the city of Bombay. The targets included key buildings like the Stock Exchange. More than 200 people have been killed and at least 500 injured. 11 British soldiers are trapped in the war-torn country of Bosnia. They're being prevented from leaving a village by local people who are demanding a ceasefire and more aid. The soldiers are part of the United Nations peacekeeping force. They'd gone into the area to help people who'd been wounded by gunfire. Now home again, and 6 sperm whales seem to have got trapped in shallow water off Scotland. Animal experts say if they haven't found their way out of Scapa Flow south of Orkney in a couple of weeks, they may be rescued. Sperm whales are rarely seen in British waters. These are thought to have been chasing fish. And finally, with a look at some of the comic relief events going on today, here's Newsround's Terry Badu.
We've been juggling ideas around the Newsround office, trying to decide how to introduce a roundup of some of the events that have already taken place around the country. And this is the best I could do. Pathetic, isn't it? Unfortunately, many people around Britain have been showing a lot more imagination than me. In the lead up to Comic Relief Day, there have been literally hundreds of madcap schemes dreamed up to raise cash. Some people have really been thinking big with their money-making ideas. The owners of this building boast theirs is the largest red nose in Britain. Others decided small is beautiful.
Help Comic Relief, send me money in! Now!
Brooklands High School in South London opted to turn a few of its pupils into redheads for the day, offering them a sponsored shampoo with a difference.
Well, we're hoping to raise over £100 of money for people.
Elsewhere, schools all over the country have been putting on a play written especially for today's event. Throughout the evening, millions of people will be joining in the fun as once again Britain is gripped by the spirit of comic relief.
Take it out!
That's all from Newsround today. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
I've got to say, if you're doing something for Comic Relief and you're a children's BBC viewer, thank you very much on behalf of Comic Relief. We're having a wild time here, aren't we, Mickey?
Comedy?
Was that comedy?
I
Was
don't
that
think
comedy?
so. Oh, teams of experts have been working to get me this computer printout. And Jonathan Morris has 6,041 phone calls. Grotbags has 9,889. Peter Simon has 12,077. Peter Simon's team are going to get gunged so far. Stay tuned.
Keep phoning now. Coming up a bit later on.
Rituals locked in! Firing main landing thrust.
Laser docking procedures operative! Dad! It's not now, Tommy. Can't you see I'm docking? They haven't had the last clue yet, Dad.
I knew that. Clue 5. The mystery person is great friends with a duck.
Yeah. If you think you can tell us the identity of the mystery person, phone in 0891 800 320.
We're landing in 10 seconds, Dad! First 3 correct answers will win one of these star prizes.
7,
Tommy!
The bike, the Mega Drive, or the computer game!
Find the number on your screens if you know the mystery person with the answer now!
Landing imminent, landing imminent, landing imminent, landing imminent, landing imminent, landing imminent, landing imminent.
This is Children's BBC live from Hangar 17 on Comic Relief Day. Now, what's we got to do now is tell you, but today sees the last grain chill in this series.
And what's happened? Everything's shaking. Something huge is coming.
Hang on a minute. What's shaking? Well, hang on a minute. How am I supposed to know what's happening? This is your hangar, Mickey.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, what? No, it's shaking. Well, listen, stay tuned. Wait till now. Maybe we'll be back afterwards, but then again, maybe we won't.